This is exclusive updates. And so I came across this information about a dream molecule substance. I'm not going to say the name of the substance because it's controlled. It's a controlled substance. So let's just say it's a dream substance that is produced naturally in the human being. So you can find this substance, I guess, in humans as you sleep and at the time of birth and at the time of being unalived, I guess. And so it's the substance that gets released, I guess, while we dream. So that's pretty interesting. And then also, the substance can be found in nature, I guess, in trees and plants and stuff like that. So this substance, though, I don't recommend anyone try because what I'm about to tell you might disturb you. It's pretty interesting information, but it may disturb you. So let's get into it. First of all, if you want to check out the full audio book, I'll leave the link in the comment section and description box so you can check it out for yourself. But I'm going to just break down some of the things that stood out in this audio book. The audio book's about an hour long. And so if anyone knows about any mind-altering substances, some are hallucinogenic, some are natural, but this one is different because people have taken it, and everywhere around the world that people have taken it, they've came back with the same message. And it sounds like they're all interacting with beings. And that's what's disturbing and stands apart from other substances that might cause some mind-altering effects or hallucinogenic effects or anything like that, because this one is, they're saying they're meeting these beings, and a lot of these beings are being described the same way. So first they're seeing that these beings, well, they might get introduced to some beings that are very friendly. They're speaking, and the way they speak is maybe you can see their thoughts and not necessarily using words, but you can see shapes and different things, how they describe things. It's weird how they're talking. It's different for sure. It sounds telepathic and a different way of communication. And they like to show you things, show off things, and they get you, I guess, comfortable being in this realm. But then as you go deeper into this realm with them, I think these beings are leading you to these other beings that are much different, because they've been described as much more serious, kind of threatening and scary type beings. So they're very creepy, I guess, and some have attitude problems. Some actually will tell you to get out of here. You're not supposed to be here. So what is this place? This place is being described as a place that is an actual place that might be existing here on this realm with us. And when you take this substance, I guess it unlocks this place, like kind of like a radio signal or something, where you can tune in now to what's going on in a different dimension. It sounds like almost an astral plane or something, or a dream world. And we've talked about dreams before, where I've considered is the dream world an actual place. And I've revisited places in my dreams before that have been the same place. So like what I'm getting at is basically is the dream realm an actual place? And so this is being described as a place, and there's actually a lot of beings that are inhabiting this place, different types of beings. They even say these beings can change shapes. So it's not really like you can describe some of them, because they might change different shapes. And some have even mimicked the person that was in that realm and came in their own image. So this being would look just like them and mimic them. And it gets very disturbing, though, because, well, look, before we get into what I'm about to share with you, let's go over some more of these beings. So they're being described as, like, some have looked like angels, or they might have wings with lots of eyes. Some might be insectoids. Some might look like aliens. Some are being described as possibly the Anunnaki. And so there's all types of beings in this place, and it's inhabited. So the thing is, some people are questioning if this is what people have been writing down in some of these ancient books, maybe like the Book of Enoch or anything like that, where even like the other books, like the Book of Thoth or the Emerald Tablets, I think they call it. Stuff like that. All these ancient texts that people look to, these books of renown. Well, are some of these books inspired by people that have been taking this stuff? Because some of these beings are being described as the same beings that have been around for a while. Maybe some Loki type creatures, like a trickster. I think one of the beings was described as even Loki himself, or maybe some other types of mythical beings that have been in the books of folklore, like leprechauns and all types of beings. They call them elves in there. I guess people are describing they've seen elves, and I've done videos on this stuff. And maybe there's trolls, and maybe some of these beings are coming in and out of our realm at times. Like they say the Bigfoot might come in and out of our realm, and it's actually like a Nephilim type being, and not it's hairy, but it's not exactly like what you would think when you think Bigfoot, but more of a Nephilim. So some are saying the Anunnaki are there and everything. So this is a very disturbing place. Now, it gets even more disturbing when they talk about how some of these beings will invite themselves into you once you're in that realm. And they feel that the being came into them and starts controlling their thoughts and thinking for them. And it gets worse, because they say when the effect wears off, when they're getting back to normal, when these people that took the substance, when it's all over and they're back, it wore off, they're back themselves. Whether some have described that these beings are still with them. That's very disturbing. It's like they get possessed. That would be a form of possession. So this substance sounds like it opens you up to possession, demonic possession, or whatever. I mean, I know in this book they might try to act like these aren't demons or something, but yeah, it sounds like they are. Some of these beings are demons. I don't know if all of them are. I don't really know too much about that realm. I wouldn't want to. But when you're being possessed, and they say as they come back into as it wears off, they said they have strange thoughts and new interests that, they might be obsessed with things. Like I know Steve Jobs said he took some trips on some substances, and he came back obsessed with technology and working on new technology and computers and all this stuff. So he visited that realm and came back with this obsession. And then I've observed like Terrence Howard, what's his name, that actor, I forget his actual name sometimes, Terrence, yeah, whatever, what I'm talking about, that guy. And he's very different now. It seems like he tapped into something. I've seen other people that have all this enlightenment all of a sudden. So they're talking about when some people are changed forever after taking this substance, and their new interests drive them. Their thoughts might not be the same anymore. It's like the beings came back from that realm with them and took a ride, latched onto them after they were in that realm, and came back into this world with them, inside of them. And that's what I would call possession for sure. So this is why I don't believe this substance is something to be messing around with. Like, if anyone's messing around with this substance, I think you might be opening yourself up to possession. It's described as a world beyond ours, an actual realm that you're visiting while you're on this substance. And there's actually more studies being conducted. So there's a lot of researchers, I guess, looking into this stuff. And I'm sure they probably don't want to share this with the general public, a lot of the findings, because this is the type of stuff I don't think they like to have in the public domain too much, all this type of research. So I would believe that they're definitely looking into it. I don't know if it's authorities or if it's independent studies or what, but from what I understand, there's a lot of studies being conducted, and they're looking more into this. So this unlocks, like I said, secrets of dreams and secrets of birth and being unalived. It's like if this substance is being produced in us at large amounts during these times, it just it's like a portal or something that has something to do with our spirit or something possibly, and it might kind of take you to a place that you're not expecting. And so with lucid dreaming. This is why I don't practice lucid dreaming, because I don't know what you're dealing with when if you're going to lucid dream and wake up in the astral plane and be conscious that you're sleeping. I just don't know what you're opening yourself up to while you're in that lucid dream state. Are you opening yourself up to something, like with this substance? And then also, like we saw with sleep paralysis, there's all types of strange, intimidating beings. A lot of people around the world all describe very strange activity, and doesn't feel real safe when you're in the state of sleep paralysis. There seems to be a being moving around. So are these the same beings in that realm? Because that would be a moment when you're in this dream state, which is where DMT, I guess, comes from. And I guess they call it, well, I just said the name of it, but they're calling it a dream molecule. I wasn't going to say the actual name of this substance. But moving on, though, I mean, some people say they might lose a sense of self, and they might slowly start feeling like they're not themselves anymore, and their thoughts are different. So this is a very disturbing substance. If it can do all that, I mean, it shows us that there might be a world beyond ours that is here all the time, and once you tap into it, these beings might be aware of you, and well, they will be, I guess, and you're going to interact with these things. And I just don't think that sounds like anything I would definitely not want to do, because I wouldn't want to do this, because who wants to interact with a spiritual being? Like, it just doesn't seem like you should be doing that. Like, that just seems like you just did too much. If you're interacting with something, that's just weird. I heard one experience where they said, they both did the trip. They went on that trip, and then whatever realm they were in, they came back and described the same thing. So they were actually like in the same place, but they weren't speaking to each other. They weren't, while they were in that state of mind, they just came back and just said what they described. And they said, yeah, I think they even interacted with each other in that place. So, yeah, this sounds like a very disturbing thing to be tampering with. And I just wanted to share this video with you because I found it pretty interesting. We covered a lot in this video, so let me know what you think about everything we went over in this video. And like I said, if you want to check out the audiobook for yourself, it's about an hour long and it's free to watch. So check it out if you want to get more information, get the full breakdown about this, what's going on with this information. I'll leave the link in the comment section, description box. I might also leave a link to my dreams playlist as well. So yeah, that's about it for today. Let's get 100 likes on this video if you don't mind. Also, if you could support this channel, I'd appreciate it by donating as little as $1. It'd be a big help. You can become a YouTube member or a monthly Patreon, or there's a thank you button as well. Also, follow me on social media and all that. So yeah, this has been Exclusive Update, signing off.